Hi, friends. Dr. Nancy Trimbley here, putting the power and knowledge of your health back in your hands. I was chatting with a family member the other day who wants to be a team player, and I can understand that, wanting to be a team player. She said something that was odd to me, though, um, that the 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 problem with the current situation and the infection could be slowed down with more people getting vaccinated. And I said to her, do you know what's going on in Israel right now? That half the people that are seriously ill and hospitalized are fully vaccinated? She goes, Israel? Well, maybe that's different because here it's the other way around. It's 99% of the people that are hospitalized or seriously ill are unvaccinated. So it got me thinking, was she right? So, you know, but that got me thinking. But then I also think on the other side, why would half of the medical personnel in the state of New York be leaving their jobs because they were forced to get a vaccine? These are highly educated healthcare workers, MDs, RNs, that have been on the front lines for the last year and a half plus, that have seen everything. And when I talk to RNs one-on-one, a lot of them say, yeah, a lot of the people coming in that are really ill have been vaccinated. So why would half of the healthcare workers in the state of New York be willing to quit their jobs versus get vaccinated? So I started to think a little bit more deeply, started to dig around. I'm going to screen share with you so that I can show you this article. Here it is over here on the left side of my screen. This is not the original article I found, but this is about how there's a dramatic surge of cases in Israel where they had a down surge, which was great, but then the Delta variant caused a surge. And in the article, it talks about how 50% or even more of the people hospitalized and seriously ill have been vaccinated. Though so this is interesting in Israel because they have a very high rate of vaccination. It's 80% plus. And I've done a video on this before where it shows the statistics from Israel. I believe the title of that video is Headlines and Israel. Now I want to take you over here. This is the Worldometer, and you guys know that I've been following this Worldometer statistics the whole time. And this is Israel, and this is cases per day. And today is October 20th. And you can see there in April, May, June, July, like near zero new cases. And all of a sudden, here's this surge of new cases. And if you go to this is the daily deaths, you can see very low during the spring and summer, but then here we are, deaths 13, 19, 52. So if you look at the death rate compared to the incidence or the daily case rate, the death rate is still very, very low, but they have a lot of cases. Then I started to think, what about the United States? Like, why, like, is it really like the majority of cases in the United States are unvaccinated? Well, you know me, I like to dig around. So I dug around and I found right here, oh, sorry, wrong screen. Right here, I found this report that was not published, but this is a PowerPoint review of the study that was done on 5.6 million Medicare United States citizens that receive Medicare. So that means they're age 65 or above, that got either the Pfizer or the Moderna vaccine, fully vaccinated. And this is a really long study compared to some recent studies that I'll go into another video. This study, now this is Humetrics. Humetrics is real-time analytic data platform, and Project Salus is part of, or it's part of the Department of Defense study. And if we go through these slides, I'm going to show you some interesting things here. One of which on this slide, I'm going to make my window bigger. is this is through time, the time of the study, which was from January through October of 2021, and the total COVID hospitalizations, and then the breakthrough hospitalizations. So that is this light blue line, and you can see those kind of follow the curve of the hospitalizations. Anyway, so breakthroughs, meaning somebody's been vaccinated and they still got COVID. Look at this box right here. Now, there was a spike as the Delta variant became more prevalent in the United States. It says in this group of the 65-year-old plus population, which 80% are vaccinated, an estimated 61% of COVID-19 hospitalizations occurred in fully vaccinated individuals in this week of July 24th. Very fascinating. So in the United States, I can now tell this person I was talking to last week, we're seeing nearly the identical data of Israel. But I want you to realize that you are not being told this. It is not in the headlines. Israel made the headlines. They're reporting this to the world. This is not making the headlines in the United States. And this is 5.6 million people. It is not 56. It's not 560. It's not 5,600. It's not even 50,000. It is 5.6 million. So this is an extremely large sample size. So that means that the data is more accurate than if you have a small number of people in a study. So my message to you is the headlines are not going to tell you the whole story. You have to dig. And as even my mom said to me last week, wow, information is being censored. Yes, information is being censored and you have to dig. When I go online, I don't even go to a search engine that has the news stories flash up, because those are just headlines. They are not information. They're leading you down a certain path. I talk about this in my book, Stealth Health, where I talk about how the media is controlled by the powers that be, which is pharmaceutical companies and chemical companies. They want us to think a certain way, lead us down a certain path that may not be in our best interest. So I hope that helps. Do your own research, turn off the news, and go hug your neighbor. Bye for now.